Hey friends, good morning. It is a brisk, cool morning. It's actually Martin Luther King Day, so happy Martin Luther King Day. Monday, January 15th, and it is, I don't know, around 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Have off from work today. My husband has off, and so we're taking this opportunity and we're going to work on the orchard. We've got it all cleared. It took 2 days worth, well, maybe 3 days worth of work with a mulcher that we paid a guy to come out and mulch all the little trees. We had to leave a lot of the really big trees. I have 7 trees. It is chilly. I need a hat. I've got my Murray McMurray hat, or yeah, Murray McMurray. Okay. So I have 7 trees in the garden area that we are going to, I always look like a boy. I put a hat on. You ever see that meme? I think it's not David Spade. I don't know who the actor is. But it's always like these really beautiful girls bundled up with their hat, their scarves, their little mittens, and maybe they're carrying like a Starbucks coffee. And it's like, what other girls look like in winter? And then you see a picture of this guy who's like all scruffy, looks like he hadn't slept in weeks. His hair is a mess. He's got a hat on and he almost looks like he's strung out. It's like what I look like in winter. That's me. I don't look cute in these hats, but it's not about cute today. Okay, 7 trees in the garden area. Apple, peach. I think that's it. Apple and peach, because my cherry tree died. And then I've got 1 apple tree in the ground that we had planted that is going to get moved. And we had 6 trees in pots in our backyard at home. And my husband and I loaded them in the back of his truck this morning. It's 2 pear, 3 fig, and a persimmon. And then I have 4 more trees on order from Stark Brothers that'll ship this spring, first week of April probably, but we're gonna get those holes done. So we're at 18. And then I have 2 persimmon trees that we actually planted probably 4 years ago, and they have not produced. I don't know what variety they are. We didn't get them from Stark. We got them from somewhere in Georgia, and I don't know that I wanna move them, but that would make 20. So we're gonna dig 20 holes today. My husband is at a friend's of ours house. He's getting the auger so we can attach that to the tractor, and we're gonna use the auger to dig the holes. And remember, they always, with fruit trees, you want them wider than you want deeper. Our fruit trees have graft lines. The graft line needs to stay above the soil line. So a lot of logistical things we'll figure out as we get them in the ground. But last time I was out here, I kind of went out. I've got one of those handy dandy measuring wheels, and I kind of mapped out how things are gonna be placed. So right now, before they get here, I need to go spray paint where they're going to be digging the holes. So the goal is to get 14, maybe 16 if we do these other 2 persimmon, but I'm not so sure we're going to. But a minimum of 14 trees planted in the ground permanently today. And then the other 4 will come in a couple of months. I am so excited to have this done. I have to say, it almost feels like, even though we're going to do this work today, it feels like a pipe dream. You know how something you've wanted for so long and your desire for it doesn't change, but it almost feels like it's just never going to happen. Well, that's how this feels to me. Even though Sam, our friend, is coming out to help, and we're going to have the auger, and we've got the trees, and I'm sure it'll get done. It just doesn't quite feel real yet. It'll probably feel real once it's done. But it's just been such a long time coming. I've got a little picnic table I can put the camera on. But that's the orchard, y'all. So the trees you see in the middle, those are really big trees. We're not going to be able to take those down, and it's okay. We're not trying to just take down trees to take down trees. All right, so I'm going to start spray painting, measuring. Basically, I need each hole, every tree, to be about 15 feet away from each other. Okay, so that's the first hole. I'm gonna measure 15 feet to the next. This tree is most likely going to come down. So here's 15 feet. Okay, 20 holes have been marked, or 20 spots to become holes. It's tough because there are some trees in here that, I mean, it's easy now because there's no leaves, but once there's leaves, I'm trying to predict how the shade will be with how the sun, the direction of the sun. And there are probably 2 markings over this way near the property line. One's right in front of that black walnut, and then the other one is, I think, right in front of that one maybe. I'm afraid they might get too much shade. I'm not sure. Those 3 spots over there are going to be the fig trees. I have 3 fig trees, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Here comes my husband. Sam should be behind him soon, but at least I got these marked. These 2 trees here, this big pine that has the orange circle around it, and the one in front of it, they're gonna come down. But everything else, I think, is gonna be good. Now, we're gonna have some challenges today, no doubt. Because of the trees that were here, we're gonna run into roots and stumps probably, hoping the auger and the tractor can work through that and we'll get the trees planted. It's all very exciting, but I don't want anyone to be dismayed. This is hard work. It's easy for you to sit there and see the edited product when this is done, which I'm excited to see. But this is gonna be hard work today, and it is now currently 10:38, hoping we can be out of here by 3. Time to get to work.
Pull up a little bit and move this over. This one.
So we are making really good progress. Like I said, this still feels like a pipe dream, but holy moly, we have gotten probably 14 or 15 holes dug already. Look at that. Now, fruit trees are supposed to be wider than they are deeper, but we're going deep and then we're going to fill in as much as possible with the loose dirt so that, again, the tree can hopefully survive and thrive, and we'll just use our shovel a bit to kind of dig the holes a bit wider as needed. Once we get these dug, we're going to use the front loader of the tractor to bring the trees that are in the back of my husband's truck, which are 6, and then the 7 that are in the garden in pots. So 13 of them are in pots, and then 1 apple is in the ground that I hope we can move today. But this is going so much better than I thought it would. Our friend Sam is, I've told him like 3 or 4 times already, he's a lifesaver because he had these augers, he had these drills, these, I call them a drill bit, but these augers for the tractor. We thought we were going to have to start with the smaller one and then go to the bigger one, but honestly, the bigger one so far has been working very well, and we've only had a couple of snags. We just had a snag, which is why I'm paused here. We hit I think a tree stump. The mulch from the mulcher in some parts is so thick that we didn't realize there was a tree stump right there. So lesson learned, we need to move the mulch away a little bit. But we're just going to move the hole to a different spot. We've had to improvise a little bit, but all in all, it's going well.
Ready?
Okay.
That is straight. Right here. That's right.
I'm sure there's dirt on my face somewhere. I can't even believe it. Like, I just got the chills because I am so excited. This has been a dream for 5 years, y'all. 5 years. Some of these trees are, well, we bought the land 5 years ago. In fact, our 5-year anniversary is a few days from when this video is going to air. And a lot of these trees are between 3 and 4 years old. I just went crazy. And all of them are from Stark Brothers. I have no affiliation with them, but I highly recommend them. I love Stark Brothers. I have had a couple of die, and every time I just contact them and they've either refunded me or sent me a new tree, depending upon what I wanted. They've just been so fantastic. I love them. And so all of these trees are varieties from Stark Brothers. We've got Contender Peach. In fact, I'll put the varieties down in the show notes, but we've got peach. We've got fig, 2 peach. I have 2 more peach on order. That'll come in 2 months, 2 or 3 months. So we'll have 4 peach total. I have 3 fig, 2 pear, and 6 apple with 1 more apple on order, so 7 apple, 2 persimmon. I think that's it. We dug 20 holes. There was a couple of holes that are not going to actually be used right now, which is great because I have an olive tree at home in a pot on our back deck that's like 3-ish, 2 or 3 years old. It's probably 15 feet high, but the olive tree is going to go in that pot or that hole right there that's been dug. Anyway, I was getting emotional there and I literally got chills because I'm so excited. I'm so excited and I'm so thankful because I would not have gotten this done without our friend Sam's help. This wouldn't have gotten done, certainly, and not the amount of time it took. It took about 2 hours maybe to dig the 20 holes and to plant. I think we've got 14 trees in the ground. And it all went fairly smoothly, smoother than I think I expected it to. We've hit a couple of stumps that we just kind of had to move the hole a little bit, but overall things look great. So I need to water, and I am going to have to get some staking, some stakes and then some like bands, right, to hold the stake to the tree, because I want to make sure our trees grow straight. And then my goal is to get some Premier One electric fencing to put around the orchard. Now I realize that may be quite costly because of the size of the orchard, the diameter. So in the meantime, I may just get some cages, right? Make some cages out of some like cattle panel of some sort and support the tree and hold it, not hold it up or support it, but support it from animals, from the deer. I think we're okay today, but that is going to be the next project. So let's just take a moment to appreciate everything that's done. Yeah, 14. Okay. All 14 trees. I feel like I have to keep counting. I know there's 14, but just my eyes just keep not believing what I'm seeing. I'm so excited. Okay, everything is watered, planted. I am now going to go through. I had done some trimming earlier this fall, but I'm going to do a little bit more because I can see from what we did today, there's some trees that just need some pruning. I am not an expert at this, so surely y'all are going to see some mistakes, but I know that you want to have one main center branch. You want to have the branches off of the main branch, and you want there to be a good amount of space for airflow, and that helps limit disease, right, etc. So I'm trying to, I see some on this one here, some that are pretty low to the ground. I'm going to trim the branches that are coming up that are kind of low to the ground. And the figs are a whole different ballgame. I feel like figs just have multiple main branches, but I'm going to try to get that in check as well. That stake's not doing anything. See how this branch is kind of growing in, if you can see that, hold on. Do you see how this branch, it was kind of like this, it was almost growing into this one. So I am going to take that one off. Now this is the main branch. We've got this one here that is growing though really well. So I'm just going to have to be careful with this. This is a Contender peach. I'm also taking the labels because they're getting really tight along the branch, the stalk there, the main stem. So I'm just kind of putting them up a little bit higher where there's a little more room. It's easily accessible to see what's what, and they're not choking out the base. I am just amazed. I am just amazed. I keep saying that. I keep coming into the camera frame and saying that, but oh my gosh. There are 14 fruit trees here. And I think we're going to start getting some fruit this summer. Like, I think in 2024, some of these trees are going to legit produce. And in the next 2 to 3 years, even more so. All right, Sam's back. He had to go home and get a different chainsaw. We've got a big, I showed it to you earlier, a big pine right there. Huge pine that the guy who, when we cleared our orchard, he couldn't get it. It was too big. So they're going to try to get that pine down, and this sweet gum right here. And that'll open up a little bit more sunlight for the orchard, and plus we just don't want any big pines that'll be semi-close to the house because the house is going to be up that way. All right, let's get some trees down. I'm so excited. Oh. Actually, I'm going to close this video down because I can see my battery is dying. So I'll show you the finished product when these trees are down. We are done for today. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise be to God. Thanks for joining me. I'm Amanda, by the way. This is the Happy Homestead. And we're on our homestead property, which you will see start coming together more over this year. Thanks for joining me today. Stay happy, stay healthy. Bye-bye.